I want to thank honourable members for their contributions, the Honourable Michelle Lensing, the Honourable Reggie Martin and the Honourable Frank Pangello for that support as well. I do just want to reflect on the exciting revelation that we've heard that the veil of secrecy will finally be lifted in relation to the government's residential tenancies review, Mr President. It seems that the government's attitude on this has been, to quote Taylor Swift, who's in the news a bit today, it's shake it off. Shake it off has been their approach every time I've raised questions. I knew they were trouble when they walked in, Mr President. Look what they made me do. But look, it's good that we've finally got an outcome, Mr President, and I'm really pleased. It is disappointing, though, that it's taken a motion of this council to get the Malinauskas government to do something it should have done months ago, and that is actually to keep faith with the people that have engaged with the review of the Residential Tenancies Act, make the information publicly available. I think people have an expectation in our democracy that if you go to the trouble of making a submission, if you go to the trouble of providing feedback to the government, that should be publicly available. And I think people have an expectation that if a review has been conducted by an external body to government, that review should be publicly available, particularly when it informs legislation that comes to this parliament. And I think it was very disappointing to see the government did the review, they presented a bill to this chamber when no members of this chamber had had an opportunity to actually look at the review. So, look, good outcome, and I appreciate the government taking on board the feedback of the Greens, along with the opposition and the crossbench, and finally acquiescing to our very reasonable request.